I'm saying all that to say, of course, I'm checking myself, right? And what I'm need better conditioning in as far as myself and my ego and what makes Tasha click. And of course, coming from a background of having I say 4 sisters and 4 brothers. Um, Being the baby, my ego thing amongst many. I'm not perfect, and I don't have the desire usually to be right. Um, okay, sometimes I do, but I'm not going to fight you. I don't have to have the last word for sure. I don't have to be right all the time. And in watching that, in watching the stream, while I'm trying to help my sister with something, it was so amazing when that lady Ruth came in and she's all, I realized whatever you think of me basically doesn't define me. But she said it differently, and that was an aha moment for me. You don't have to love me. It's just enough that I love you. And I can accept if you do like me, don't like me, do love me, or don't love me. The fact that you're allowing me to love you is all I need. I thought, wow. Nope, lots of times I need more. I mean, I'll pout silently for the most part, if I don't get a thanks, Tosh, for that package, or whatever, Or like what Queen and Farmer was talking about Saturday on her radio show, guys leaving the toilet seat up, and she said that wasn't a big thing for her, and I'm like, that's a big thing for me, because I've had a wet ass before and it wasn't fun, so I just don't like it, and I thought, okay, well, maybe that is an ego thing, but okay, I'm not gonna say but. And just looking at the program on full screen and listening to Oprah and Eckhart talk to these different people with their issues, and I'm like, okay, Tosh, what's really your issues? Do you know? Yeah, I know, and I have the need to be right. I obviously don't have the need to, look perfect and good, because I'm a big girl, always have been, probably always will be. Probably always be big, that doesn't bother me. The things that really do bother me egotistically, I suppose, right now, the only things I could think of on the surface, class just ended, is it really bugs me that people treat each other so poorly. And I don't know what complex that is called. If you know, feel free to put it in the comments. It just hurts me so bad that people treat each other like shit. You see people on the bus, men don't get up for the old ladies even, with a cane. I'm like, what? Really? Businessmen come into the lobby all the time, and it never fails that, somebody's already standing in front of me. And it never fails, some, man or woman comes behind them and just like stands aside them. So I'm here to see Tasha Harris. Can you please tell her I'm here? As if you don't see my mouth open talking to somebody already. And that just bugs me. And I'm like, can you wait a minute? And I understand, from Eckhart now, it's okay to say, my soup is cold, but it's how you say it. And of course, I'm basically a big actress, because I think that's what being a receptionist is about. Being the best actress you can afford me to be. They can't afford a whole lot, so they don't get very much. However, I realize I need to improve that notion. So I am more than willing to recreate some of my responses in my future, so that I can be a less egotistical person when it comes to each other stepping on toes and whatnot. No, not accepting approval, being heard. That's it. that was my other big thing that I really learned, because I forgot what she was talking about, but I knew it's because being the baby, excuse me, of the family, I didn't feel heard, and I'm sure, I'm 99% sure, that is why I have 5 YouTube channels. One having nearly 1,400 videos on it, so I could be heard, you know. And in a way that's good, in a way it's not so good. But hey, I'm willing to accept it all. I don't know how else to be at this point. But I do feel good, and I thank you all for helping me feel good with myself, because it's nice to know, that we're all heard, not just myself. I mean, I think that's why I have a penchant for youngsters, because I know most youngsters also don't feel heard, you know. Mom, 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 I want this. Mom, 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 you're not paying attention. I remember what it's like not to feel heard. And I think that's somehow, I don't know, shape or form related to my little ego thing from class, you know, popping out in my brain. But, and I'm just, you know, verbalizing all this for myself, of course, because I only tell myself what I need to hear about Tasha. And if it affects you, then hey, you know, kudos to you, not to me. And I guess it just feels really, really good to verbally tell myself, so that I can have a remembrance of this and do better and don't expect anything. You know, the monk, Ajahn Brahm, on the Buddhist channel that I listen to quite often, he always tells me you should not expect a thank you. But I do. I'm human. I do. You know, I guess all that ingraining from growing up, you know, you say thank you, please, you're welcome, you know, God bless you. And still, after, you know, 50 years of physical living, you get in the habit of things. And I didn't think that necessarily that was a bad habit to be in. And maybe it is. I'm willing to accept that, you know. I'm trying more and more often, since God has me meeting people that can't say thank you. So I guess it's about time for me to learn that lesson, huh? Also, you know, my ego controlling thing. I realize we only see in others what we see in ourselves, and I dislike that in others, so I must do it a lot. And I am trying to get out of that pattern now, because it doesn't have to be my way. You don't have to help that lady across the street. You know, you don't have to get up for an old lady that's walking on a cane and offer her your seat, and you can go sit in the back or elsewhere. You know, it doesn't have to be my way. So I'll stop thinking that it has to be my way, and we have to be considerate to others. Oh, the baby, you know, thing. Okay, I'm coming to terms with that this weekend. I'm coming to terms. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's challenging, but I'm getting over that. I am embracing noise. Excuse me. I'm embracing sound. Cancel, cancel, cancel. I am embracing sound of all types. I hope you saw it, and I hope that even in private you're able to share with me some of your opinions on, you can put it in public, I don't care, just trying to be, you know, better Tosh, as great a Tosh as I can be with skin, you know. So letting go, material things never really bothered me. I'm not a materialistic person. I love my beads. That's, if I had to pick one thing, I'd say vegetables and beads are my thing now. That I hope to have a numerous amount of in my life for the rest of my life, because I'm addicted. So I'm working on whatever my issues come up, and working on them one by one, so that I can be a better Tasha, so that when I see you and give you a hug, I can be the best Tasha I can be for myself, and then for you, you know, anyone, everyone, especially, you know, the children. And yeah, I got this thing for age, and I guess that's my other ego thing. And again, you know, it's still a little ego thing, because I feel we should respect our elders. You don't, you know, talk back and sass and, well, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about, and, you know, things like that. To me is just disrespectful. You know, just because you're, how old was he, 32 I think, and know something different than me, when I'm telling you about experience that we both have gone through, not something we haven't gone through, you know, and you want to sit there and tell me how wrong I am about a situation that you just had a, how could I say it, challenging time learning. I'm not saying that I lived through it with flying colors. I'm saying you could listen and hopefully, like myself, not make the same mistake twice in this particular category. And I know you're watching, and I know you know what I'm talking about. So if you feel I'm being egotistical about some things in my videos, feel free to point that out, because, you know, again, I don't think I have, honestly, and to tell you the truth, I don't think I have a problem with somebody saying, well, you know, Tosh, stop looking sideways because we know you feel bad about your teeth. You know, but it's not going to stop me from making videos, because you know what, with teeth, without teeth, even if I had no teeth in and you saw my gums, I would just be funny as hell. See, I hear you laughing, I hear you. So that only bothers me sometimes. But if you feel you have a contribution to make to the Better Tasha Spirit Fund, feel free to make it. I ain't gonna hate you for it. You'd probably be one of my greatest teachers to learn from, you know. And thanks for being with me on this journey. And I am so glad, Mr. Facebook dude, that you created it so that we can meet each other and talk to each other. And Mr. YouTube dude. And we all can hopefully realize that we are all really one. I breathe your follicles, you breathe my follicles. So it doesn't matter if I'm prejudiced, or if I'm this, or if I'm that, and if I don't like this, and if I don't like that. You know, when you sneeze, I inhale a part of you. When I cough, you inhale a part of me. So we are all one, whether we like it or not. It makes sense. So in being one, I would hope that we, as a team, as a family, could help each other out with a little corrective, sweet criticism from time to time. And I'm more than willing to accept that, so I can be, you know, a better Tosh. If you do believe in reincarnation, I do. I don't want to have to do this again. I don't. I mean, I live a pretty damn good life, and I'm the happiest I've ever been in this physical life. And I know I have some improvements to make. Okay? I'm willing to hear them. Let go of the ego thing and just accept everything as it is and stop fussing about it. I'll be a better Tasha. I know, for sure, for sure. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel, wow, I feel really good. And I see why now. God told me to speak more in depth on different levels of myself, so that I can hear myself, because I watch my own videos, you know, I edit them. So I do watch my own videos. I hear what I have to say. And thanks for being on the journey with me and help me. And I'll help you. We all help each other, be teachers and learners for each other, with each other. It's a great journey. And I'm having so much fun on the path to newness, differentness. I don't necessarily like that word enlightenment, because yeah, that's a different video. Anyway, thank you. I'm going to hear this now and jot down some more notes in my journal, Book of Shadows, whichever you choose to call it. Different times I call it different things. Life is so good, and I hope yours is too right now. Thank you for being here with me. I love you. Go have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Okay. Go love yourself. Talk to you soon. Oops. Sorry. Bye.